Don't take this shit for granted, bro. Like, stay in the gym, be a great-ass teammate, do something to impact the team. In order to stay on the court, you gotta make an impact, a winning impact. Whether that's a good bench player, cheerleader. Like, trust me, I've been in all situations where a motherfucker don't play, franchise player.
These niggas gave up on me. They gave up on me.
Embrace the journey. It ain't always gonna be sweet. Y'all know what I'm dealing with right now. I'm trying to get back in, but I still love this shit. I still love the process of this shit. If you enjoy the journey and the process, then everything else is gonna fall in line, especially if you do the right shit. You can make a lot of money and be in this a long time. Most importantly, stay in the gym.
So what's killing our youth and generation is TikTok, which is instant gratification. I need attention right now.
Give me that.
Which is hurting us because where do we fall into that? The NIL deal is destroying the entire pipeline of American youth development because kids are getting paid before they're actually maturing in their talent. So they don't get disciplined because they don't understand the long-term games. It was like, man, I got to work hard because I probably won't get to the league until I'm 21. So I gotta go hard. And then I put my skill set together. I matured. My mind has gotten there. I understand teamwork. I understand how winning works. Now winning is not a part of the equation in any youth sport. There's no accountability.
Yeah.
There's no adversity.
Mm-hmm.
And adversity is the thing that separates everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like who got the will to work the hardest and who can take constructive criticism. Because now our kids, they can't take constructive criticism or else they're going to transfer. You can't yell at them. Their parents are control everything because parents are now understanding how much money is at play. So they raising kids to be athletes so they can get taken care of as opposed to he loves and he has talent.
He loves it.
And he should go out and enjoy life. The kids don't even like playing the sport anymore. So they tapping out and they burning out. They talking about mental health. Everything I'm saying is full circle.
Absolutely.
And so we just messed up the ecosystem and we got to really get back to like developing our youth to be fundamentally sound. When we came into the league, you cannot come into the league if you had a weakness. Now we got guys, we see everybody get exposed in the playoffs because they never took care of their weaknesses.
Yep.
Someone asked me, who did you watch work out that showed you what working hard was? And I said, listen, man, it's a crazy name. I saw Corey McGetty working out. And I was like, oh, that's how you work out.
What was he doing? What was like this?
Man, he was going crazy hard.
Like, jumping, hitting the ceiling? Like
he just did everything hard. Because we always hear.
Like full speed?
No, we hear this. Work out at game pace.
Corey was crazy.
You know how hard it is to work out at game pace? Like, it's really hard to simulate the game by yourself. Like, you got to have real discipline.
Right.
Man, I saw Corey working out. I was like, Corey's trying to really get a bucket by himself. He was going hard. They got a cut name after Corey McGetty. McGetty cut. Where he cut across the elbow and his like crash dummy. He just running into people. You move out. He going so hard. You move out his way. You be like, damn. Corey McGetty worked out like that. Like he would go so hard. He work out how he really played like crazy. And I was like, all right, cool.
Yo, shout out to Corey McGetty.
Yeah. Some of the drills he did too, he'd pull some stuff, man. And like, I'd have a broomstick with red beans. Like I do that stuff a lot. And he'd pull that stuff from like the Dominican. We did bottle caps all the time. So I'd have the broomstick and he'd do bottle caps, but you know, Dominican way, they kind of do it out front, like flick them. So he would flick them this way. I hit into a net, but he would put a fan like right next to it. And so he would flick it right in front of the fan. And it would move all over the place. Yeah. And so
you'd have to
hand-eye coordination. Wow. So he would make sure, hey, empty
That's
T.
awesome.
Like empty T was like huge.
That's
like,
so cool.
So he would put it right in front and it would move and he'd be like, wham. And so empty T was like really big to him. And he pulled that from like Jeter. Like Jeter was big, like empty T. Yeah. Like Jeter would never look down the cage. And so it was like the little things like that. Like I would get out of whack a little bit and you go, well, you're not seeing the ball, right? Like your head's out in right field, your head's out in left field. Like see the ball, get it deeper, hit it out of the glove, left center, boom. And like I'd block it right back in.
I don't care if you throw 120 miles an hour. There's a catcher behind home plate, and that catcher catches that ball every time with a glove. Only thing I did was change the object from glove to a bat. And all I gotta do is catch it.
And where was your sweet spot right here then in this bat area?
Right there. I don't like this. I don't like this. I like right here.
Right there. That's the barrel right there.
And I practice that every time in the cage. And if those marks are anywhere here, my technique is off. This has to become an extension to my arm. If this doesn't become an extension to me, if we can't become one, then there's a problem. It's like golf, you know, when you get that little driver in your hand or you get a little sand wedge, and I ain't no golfer, so, and you just take this nice easy swing and you just chip it, then all of a sudden you get that driver in your hand, all of a sudden you want to do all this, and everything breaks down.
That's a problem.
It's a problem.
3 keys. If you have to go 3 keys, where are they hidden?
Keeping your hands up is very important. Staying short and balanced. Your hands up, short and balanced. That's what keeps everything straight.
Great question. So you go to a game and 3 guys score 20 points. You have to be able to score the basketball, especially if you're a high school player. To not be able to score at the high school level, you're not going to be able to score in college. So super important, I get it. How do they impact the game? So the biggest thing that like individual skill development has done over the last 10 years is it rewires players' brains, and they're not able to understand that they have to impact the game in other ways than just scoring. So I'm watching a player play. He has 20, okay? How many deflections did he get? Is he communicating with his teammates? How many extra passes did he make? Not only assists, but like hockey assists, like pass it ahead, then they pass it again and they score. So like what I was saying before, like they have 20, but did they impact the game in other ways than just playing? And so like the best high school players can get 20 and are literally the most dominant player. Deflections, rebounds, passes, communicating, they make everybody else around them better. That's what like you would be looking for.
Straight. That's a tough shot. You can hit it, but do you want to shoot that shot all game? Right? You need easy baskets. Then you can get your shit off. Boom, boom, boom. You know what Steph good? Steph good, he go off because he get a layup first. He get a backdoor cut. Boom, he get an assist that get him in the flow. Then he hit 2 threes. He don't just come out shooting straight threes. Right. You get what I'm saying? He get into his shit first. He get into his game first. And then the spectacular stuff will happen. Boom, catch and shoot. Boom, reject your screen. Tough. Space, pull up. That's like a layup and a jump shot all in one, because the pull up, you get to the rim, you might get blocked, you might get fouled over the course of time. You can't just keep doing that. Pull up on the dime, you got your energy, you can still go down and play defense, and it's an easy shot. You gotta be a pest on defense. Pest. You cannot get scored on. You're not making it in the league if you get scored on, because the best players in our league is the point guards. It's the deepest class, the deepest position is the point guard. So you gotta be locked in. You got Steph one night, then you got Russ the next night. Then on the back-to-back, you got Damian Lillard. Then on another game next week, you got Kyrie. What y'all gonna do then? You get what I'm saying? Simplify the game as much as you can and be a floor general that can take over when you need to.